came on, he was front and center, alone, ready to catch his dream woman's eye and hopefully meet her when she walked off stage. But what if she didn't show up? What if she came and he found out she was married or attached to a boyfriend in the band? He would have to cross that bridge when he came to it. But cross it he would. As a national bull riding champion, he'd dated rodeo queens, movie stars, and supermodels. As an injured partner in a small-town ranch, he'd romanced every attractive, eligible woman in Branding Iron. But none of them had made his heart slam on sight, until a dark-haired beauty in high-heeled boots and a fringed, beaded buckskin jacket fit for a rock star had walked on stage at last year's Cowboy Christmas Ball. "Hey, let's get moving, man. No daydreaming allowed." Travis gave him a playful punch. In the past, Connor had teased his partners unmercifully about their love lives. Now that Rush was married and Travis was planning a holiday wedding, they were repaying him in kind. "Give me that tree. You can be lovesick on your own time." Travis grabbed the pine Connor was holding, gave it an extra shake, and carried it to the display rack. Bucket, the ranch's black and white border collie mix, followed Travis to the front yard, sniffed at the tree, and lifted his leg on the trunk. "You old rascal," Travis scolded. "What are you going to do when you and Connor are the only bachelor holdouts left around here? Maybe you'll go off and find that little lady coyote you met last winter. Too bad you're fixed, huh? But Connor here isn't. What's he going to do about that? Where's his little lady coyote?" If there had been snow on the ground, Connor would have lobbed a snowball at his partner. As it was, all he could do was ignore the jab and keep working. As he hoisted a heavy tree off the trailer, he couldn't help thinking how much things had changed in the past year. Last holiday season, with the tree business just getting off the ground, all the partners had been single men. Then, last summer, Rush, a veterinarian, had married Judge Tracy Emerson and moved to her house in town. But Rush was still very much a partner. He'd even built a small clinic on ranch property to supplement his mobile vet service. For the month of December, he had cut his practice back to emergencies only so he could help with the trees and sleigh rides. Travis and his sassy, red-haired Maggie had agreed to put off their wedding until her term as mayor of Branding Iron was finished. Now that the town had elected a new mayor who'd agreed to take over his duties early, the wedding was on for the 22nd of December, 2 days after the Christmas ball. Like Rush, Travis would be moving into town to live with his bride. But his working life would still be centered around the ranch. Connor was still getting used to the idea that after the wedding he would be living in the ranch house alone. His partners would still be there in the daytime, for work and fun. But what would he do on those long, lonesome nights, with no company in the house except Bucket? He'd go plain stir-crazy. He'd finished shaking out the tree and was handing it off to Travis when Rush pulled his Hummer through the gate and climbed out. "Hey, Rush," Travis shouted. "You're just in time. We need to get these trees unloaded before the storm hits." As the tall, dark vet hurried to help, Connor glanced up at the sky. Clouds were rushing like a buffalo stampede across the sky, driven by a biting wind that blew the snow sideways, ahead of the main storm. The cold cut through Connor's light fleece jacket as he picked up the pace, forcing even the thought of his dream woman from his mind. By the time the partners finished unloading the trees and propping them against the racks in the front yard, clouds of snow were swirling out of the sky. Connor stayed outside long enough to park the ATV, unhitch the trailer, and pull both under the cover of the shed. Then he waded back through the storm and joined his friends and Bucket inside the house. As he shoved the door closed against the wind, he could feel the warmth of the pot-bellied iron stove and smell the coffee brewing in the kitchen. Nobody had taken time to stock up on groceries, but Rush had picked up a dozen fresh donuts at ShopMart on his way here. 4 donuts for each hungry man. That sounded about right. "I guess we could have ordered pizza from Buckaroo's," Travis said, "but I don't think the delivery boy could make it through the storm. It's brutal out there, especially now that it's getting dark." "I've read stories about weather like this." Rush poured 3 mugs of coffee and passed them.